Hi, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Amira Nabila binti Azman. Today, our group would like to present a study in UiTM Shah Alam, Selangor, the level of a customer trust in Malay cuisine restaurant without halal certification. Okay, our group will consist of 5 members, which is Amira Safia binti Ahmad Azli, me, myself, Amira Nabila binti Azman, Nurul Huda Akilah binti Abdul Razak, Siti Nur Aisyah binti Munaruddin, and Umi Sofia binti Azri. Okay, this is our table content. We go through the introduction. Halal certification has long been considered a symbol of assurance for Muslim consumer, signifying that the food served complies with Islamic dietary law. However, there are some of the Malay cuisine restaurants at UiTM Shah Alam operating without this certification, raising interested questions about the level of trust among customers who often visit these places. Halal certification is an assurance or verification process carried out by certain bodies. This is to ensure that the product of all services provided comply with the Islamic Sharia. This study aimed to examine customer trust in Malaysia cuisine restaurant without halal certification in UiTM Shah Alam campus. In addition, through this study, understand the factors that influence customer trust in the community, which has an impact on interacting and retaining customers. Its aim to provide practical recommendation that can contribute to improving several service quality, clarify and overall customer satisfaction in a restaurant.
I'm Safia binti Ahmad Azli, and I would like to continue the literature review. Firstly, Ismail et al. 2023 examined how Muslim consumers choose non-certified halal food outlet and found that their awareness, attitude, norms, and religiosity affect their behavior. They also explored how certified halal food, manager training, and also marketing influence consumer decision and acceptance of halal food in different countries. They identified several research gaps and highlighted the potential of the global halal market. Next, Muda et al. 2020 studied how halal certification affects consumer behavior and business performance in the Malaysian food industry. They found that halal certification, marketing and quality management are important factors for attracting both Muslim and non-Muslim customers. They also identified research gaps and opportunities for further studies on halal food.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Siti Nur Aisyah binti Munaruddin. My student ID is 2021121701. So we will go through to the problem statement for this study concerning for the halal status. As we know, the fast expansion of the food premises in Malaysia, especially in Selangor, has a numerous crucial difficulties and dupes in the minds of the customer. Particularly, they are concerning of the halal status for the product that will they consume. Even though Malaysia is a pioneer in the halal industry, however, there are still the problems, especially in the selection of food premises, including the response of the halal certification holders among Muslims. That shows that they are still less than the non-Muslim certification holders. So this issue can affect the level of trust for the selection of Malay cuisine food premises among the Muslim consumers in UiTM Shah Alam. So for our studies, we focus more for the UiTM Shah Alam communities, and there have been some effective attempts to ensure that more Malay food premises understand the importance of producing halal foods that includes the aspects of Sharia and food safety, as well as being a valid holder of the Malaysian Halal Certification Certificate, or we call it as SPHM in Malaysia.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Umi Sofia binti Azri. So today we will go through the research questions, which is these research questions provide a clear focus for the purpose studies, addressing specific aspects related to customer trust in Malay cuisines restaurants without a halal certificate. So the questions such as, first, what is the current level of customer trust in Malay cuisine restaurant without a halal certificate among the UiTM Shah Alam community in Selangor? Second, what factors influence the perceptions of trustworthiness among customers regarding the halal status of Malay cuisine restaurants in UiTM Shah Alam. And lastly, the third one is what strategies can be recommended to enhance trust and address concerns related to the halal status.
Next is the research objective. The study titled A Study in UiTM Shah Alam Selangor, The Level of Customer Trust in Malay Cuisine Restaurants Without Halal Certificate was conducted to achieve several objectives. First, to identify the role of halal certification in the selection of services that customers desire. Second, to examine the causes for customer trust in choosing Malay cuisine restaurants without halal certificate. And third, to analyze the relationship between halal certificate and the level of customer trust.
My name is Nabila binti Asman. Next, I will present research significance. First, the result of this study can provide a scientific contribution and educate the community, especially students at UiTM Shah Alam, about the dynamics of customer trust in the context of the food industry and issues related to halal certification. Second, this study can help increase awareness among customers about the importance of halal certification and its implication for their trust and confidence in food consumption. Next is the study help in understanding the needs of a customer in understanding the factors and influence customer decision.
Next, we will talk about the sampling technique, which consists of three. First is sampling theory. In this study, a sampling technique will be employed to ensure an adequate representation of different segments within the UiTM Shah Alam community. The population will be segregated based on relevant demographic factors such as age, gender, and cultural background. Second is population and sample size. The target population for this study includes students and staff at UiTM Shah Alam Selangor, and a sample size at least 300 participants will be sought with a proportional representation based on various age groups given the diversity of the UiTM Shah Alam community. And lastly, inclusion and exclusion criteria. In this study, inclusion criteria will be based on the individuals, students, and staff in UiTM Shah Alam. Also, individuals who have experienced dining at Malay cuisine restaurants within the university without a halal certificate. Meanwhile, the exclusion criteria in this study are the opposite of the inclusion. That's all from me. Thank you.
Instrumentation. The research instrumentation refers to methods or tools for obtaining measured and reliable study outcomes data. In this study, two tools are being used, which are data collection and data analysis. Data collection. There are many research instruments for data collection. Thus, based on the purpose of this research, the author will gather the data by applying the tools, interviews, and surveys in data collections. Data analysis. Based on suitability and the purpose of the research, the tools that will be utilized will be practical and analytical. So, the tools that will be used are box and whisker plot, histogram, and check sheet. I will pass to the next presenter.
In a nutshell, this study can help for the future researchers to understand the need for the halal compliance and the food safety for the benefit of Muslim consumers in UiTM Shah Alam. Therefore, halal certificate not only guarantees that food or product produced by the food premise is totally halal according to the Sharia. This is due to the fact that the food that is eaten must comply with Sharia, or we call it as the halal toiban, which means free from unlawful and harmful things. In fact, halal certification also has great implications for the industry or entrepreneurs to increase the confidence of Muslim consumers. So, we can add that this study also suggests that every food premises in the university area should have a halal certificate to provide facilities for Muslim, especially to obtain halal and clean food sources as one way of fulfilling religious requirements. So we can see that for the background of our consumers, their interests, personality, behavior, and external factors might induce to the trust levels and in order to attract for the Muslim consumers.